Hello, this is Americ Azevedo. I just met about 20 of you a little while ago on this beautiful Monday afternoon here in Berkeley. And even as somebody was coming in, they said to me from the back of the room, maybe we could meet outside today. And I said, don't do it, don't tell anybody, because I was already thinking about having a session of our class outside today, because it was a comfortable spring-like day, even though it's still technically winter, but it's just gorgeous out there. And I've done outside meetings a couple of times with this class. Each time I feel like I've learned something about what it must have been like to be a philosopher in Athens and to walk around with your fellow students and friends and to speak of important ideas together. More than that, it appears that the quality of our thinking is different depending on the kind of environment that we have. So our environment in a room in Evans Hall, which has no windows and it feels so kind of isolated and cold and sometimes not so cold, stuffy and artificial, is like being encased in technology. It's the epitome of the symbol of being encased in technology. And sometimes I imagine that in a world 10,000 years from now, we could find ourselves not ever able to go outside. And I suppose people who would live in alien planets would not be able to go outside, and they would either have to live in a world like Evans Hall, or else would have to construct artificial environments to give them a feeling of the nature which we've grown up with since the beginning of time for us humans here on this earth. So we took a walk. And there's something very unnerving and disarming about taking a walk together as a group, because we're not used to it. It's as if we have to be inside a room of like a pressure cooker, which is a classroom. But I have to say, everybody felt happy. We were walking around. If they felt happy, breathing air. Well, that already changes the content of what we're going to speak about or how we're going to think and feel, because we're not just disembodied minds. We are profoundly affected by the environment we're in. So we walked towards Sproul and passed under some trees where there were tree sitters sitting there above the ground today, and people were playing drums. And we turned left and then headed toward the Sproul Hall, and then turned left before, and then went down a little walkway to a place where there's squirrels and a stream and a little amphitheater there that was built around by the class of 1935, if I remember correctly, somewhere around in the mid-30s. And we sat together. And it really wasn't the kind of situation where there was a lot of talking. And a couple of times it just seemed like we were slipping into meditation. And yet I could feel that there was a relief in the air, including myself. It just felt good to be out there breathing the oxygen, feeling connected to the environment which we, human beings, may have come from in the long distant past, living in forest-like environments like that. It slows things down to even think about it. On the way back to my office, I thought, well, that's one environment that changes the way thinking happens. What if I do a YouTube cast to this class using this technology? This is different, isn't it? I'm here by myself, still unwinding the thoughts and images of having been at Evans and then moving over to the stream by Sproul Plaza, and coming back and mentioning these ideas. And it's funny. It's very easy to talk like this for me. I'm used to it now. Years ago, I couldn't have done this. It took a while to get used to this kind of technology. It's like a delayed telephone call. And I hope that some of you will go back into the B-Space environment and post some comments in the online chat room that I have there about this. I'll look occasionally and post back to you that way. And maybe we'll talk about it next week when we see each other live in the classroom. The thing is, I believe that the nature of our thinking changes in the environments we're in. I suppose the people with different kinds of offices are affected by it. And the Chinese have this entire methodology called feng shui that has to do with how spaces are arranged and their effect on our psyche. And I suspect our psyche is being affected all the time by the environments we're in. And I'm sure that's one of the reasons why people spend lots of money for good architectural design. How space and materials are used is not just a matter of functionality, but it's a matter of how we are and how we relate to being outside, and the pattern of being in and out, and our relationship and respect for the environment are profoundly affected by how we are with our technology. And buildings and concrete, these are major technologies that we have to live in our world of time, money, and love. Well, I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye for now.